Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're doing a super quick update on Gala Games and the Townstar competition. We're going to be checking out how our town has grown, hints and tips, and also where we are placing in the competition right now. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so as you can see, quite a lot has changed since the last time we were in here. Obviously, you've got to realize we're now pretty much halfway through the competition, and obviously as we progress through the game, the idea is that you are constantly expanding your town, bringing in new facets to essentially earn you more money and earn you more of these star points. And what you quickly come to realize, and what Bill Carter happened to mention in a post he put below the first video, is that it is so difficult to try and get a balance with this, because obviously if you try and improve one thing, that then has an impact on something else, so that then slows down. So you improve one, you slow down on the other, and then all of a sudden you find that you're getting far too much of one product, not enough of the other product. So then you kind of think, well, do I need more farmers? Do I need more lumberjacks? Do I need to plant more crops? Why is that crop not growing as fast as it was before? All these kind of things, and it is so difficult, but at the same time it is really, really fun. Now, really, when you're looking at this and you're looking at basically earning as bigger points as possible, what you fundamentally want to be doing is, firstly, my big tip is firstly decide what your end product wants to be. Now, they have multiple end products, like you can as I've got here, I've got a bakery, but you could go the next step and get a cakery, or you can get a glass making factory. You can make uniforms at your garment factory. There's all these end products. But the thing is, though, like, say for instance, I've got a bakery. In fact, I've got two bakeries, but to get the first product that you'll make, if we click on here, the first product that you make and you need for pretty much everything else after is butter. But the big one of the main ingredients in butter is salt. So to get salt, you have to have salt fields. Now, we are next to a body of water, but because that body of water is a lake and is not salt water, if you've got these salt fields next to the sea, say for instance, you might only need 3, because they're producing so much salt, or brine should I say, so quickly that 3 would suffice. But you can see here, I've literally got my whole landscape littered with them, just trying to make enough salt, processed salt, for my bakery to use to then make butter, because without butter I can't then move on to the next product, which is dough. Once you make yourself a load of dough, you can then go on to making baguettes. Now, the great thing with understanding, again, if you're looking for these points to move you up the league, use this guide. It's absolutely brilliant. So say for instance we pick bakery, which we have done. We can look at baguette, or you can look at dough, you can look at butter, and basically see how much they sell for. Now, dough, it says in here, dough sells for $29 on the market. That's not actually correct. It actually sells for $1,000. So I don't know if the decimal point on this has been put in the wrong place, but yeah, if we go into, we click on the truck, then go into sell, find the dough, which is here, 291,500. It's basically, with that site, it's like they've just put the decimal place in the wrong point. So rather than 29,000, what was it, 29,150, it should be 291,500. So you just got to bear that in mind. But it's still a great site for giving you an idea on what things will bring to you if you just remember to put the decimal point in the right place. If we look at a baguette, oh, sorry, maybe here. Yeah, okay. So it says here 91,300. That's actually 913,000. So nearly $1 million that's going to give you. But also it's going to give you 1,472 star points. So obviously, you know, that's going to make a massive difference to you moving up the leagues. Now, the big problem I'm facing is because I can't make salt fast enough, I can't make the butter fast enough, which means that I can't make my dough fast enough to then really move on to the next product as being baguettes, because the wait is just too long. So the thing is with the competition is that, you know, if you're not selling products all the time, or at least very frequently, you will start dropping down that leaderboard. So what you want to do, and I don't know why I just clicked out of that, you know, I've basically just selected essentially to sell dough. So which means I'm not going to move up the leaderboard as much as I want, but it is a great indication of how well we could have possibly done had we just known that sort of to be next to the sea rather than be next to a body of water. Now, being next to a body of water is great for a lot of things. Like, it's great for your refineries, but even that will still work next to the sea. Growing crops still works next to the sea. All these kind of things. It's just that this is not salt water, so therefore it just doesn't have the correct effect on the salt fields. They just don't grow fast enough. So if earning free cryptocurrency playing this game appeals to you, but you don't know a whole lot about Townstar, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link into the description to the first video I did in this series. Now, that's going to give you a bit of a progression and sort of a lead into this second video. So if you go and check that out, or you can go right the way through to the end of this video and that link will be there also, so you can just click straight on it and get watching. But as you can see here, if we look down our products, we now have two milk sheds. We have a chicken coop, so we're producing eggs, we're producing milk, all for our bakery. And we've got plenty of fuel, plenty of petroleum, oil, all these things, which is what is needed to make sure that your village is sustainable. Now, like I say, going back to certain things, it's little tweaks that really give you that balance. It's like, I mean, a minute ago, I was absolutely overloaded with sugarcane. Sorry, brain froze there. So I was absolutely overloaded with sugarcane. So, but I was not making enough flour for my dough. So what I did was I basically changed one of my mills flour. So I now, basically my setup now is I have three mills making processed sugar. I have 3 mills making processed flour. I have 2 mills. We see the other mill here. I have 2 mills making salt. And like I say, how what a balance it is. At one point, like I say, I was overloaded with sugarcane, so I changed one of my sugar mills to flour mills, but I was still producing way too much sugarcane. So then all I did was this one field here that is now a salt field. That is now that was a sugar field. It is now a salt field. So literally, by changing that mill and then changing just that one field after, everything is sort of now at a nice equal. So we're not getting too much sugar cane, but we've got plenty enough in hand for the millers that need that. They can come and collect it. We have enough flour that when we need it for dough, because you need 5 flour every time you're going to make your dough. That is still building that fast enough, so our mills are still making flour fast enough that we're not running out of it. We gradually build in butter, which is really good, because if we get this up high enough and we get I don't think it will be this time, but so basically every time our dough gets to 10, I sell it. That gives me $291,000. But because our butter is gradually creeping up, at some point we should have enough dough and enough butter to do straight away, without waiting, do a batch of baguettes, which then is going to give us nearly 1 million and that 1,472 points. Now, from the dough itself, just the dough, we are earning we are earning 270 star points. So obviously it's way off what baguettes can give us. But if you're looking at sugar only produces about 16 to 20 star points. So yes, we were selling that sugar really quickly, but it's really small increments. You're not making those big jumps up the leaderboard. Now, every time I sell a batch of dough, I'm jumping up about 20 to 30 spots on that leaderboard. Now, obviously, because I'm very inexperienced at this game, I've never really partaken in a full-on competition like they are nowadays. Also, as well, if we go in here and then go into the bottom 10, we started off with 1,300 players. We are now up to 2,510 players. Right, so I'll show you where we are. In fact, you can see here, we are at 718 position, which I know is absolutely miles off the top 100, which is where we need to be to claim at least claim at least some prize, which would be that 800 Gala. Now, obviously, we have about 2.5 days left. I don't think I'm going to make it into that top 100, but I think learning what I have in this competition, I think the next competition I could definitely be in that top 100. Obviously, don't worry, I will not be running another sort of series of videos showing a competition like I am now. This was just sort of as an introduction for you guys to see, and to see how I got on and I progressed and the pitfalls I found and all those kind of things. But what I will do is maybe at the end of the next competition, which I'm not going to do next week, what I might do is do a competition every other week, just sort of give myself a week off from it, because it is quite time consuming. But yeah, I say, so basically, obviously you're getting this video now. On Sunday, I will do a normal video for those of you that are not overly into Gala games and Townstar. Obviously, I have had a lot of posts asking me to keep you guys updated. That is the reason why I'm doing this second video as a series. I was just going to do it on Sunday, but I'm going to do, obviously, I'm going to do a normal video on Sunday, and then Monday, for those of you that are following my progress through Townstar or with Townstar competition, I will do a quick update on Monday showing how I ended up and where I finished. Okay, so some other quick hints and tips, guys, is that I did get myself a lumber yard, and I also had a lumber mill. Now, what you got to think of is your wages. Now, your wages obviously makes a big, massive dent in how much you are earning, or how much you've got spare in the way of cash for you to upgrade your farm or your town. So basically, once I'd built everything that I wanted to build, so I got my 2 bakeries, I'd got anything I needed lumber for, what I did was I then got rid of the lumber yard. Just got rid of it because that was making a massive dent in the amount of wages. I also got rid of my second refinery. I'm only using 1 now. So basically what I did with the 2 is I really ramped everything up, like petroleum and all that stuff, and now what I'm doing is I'm just using the 1 refinery and the power station just to sort of keep my energy topped up and keep my fuel topped up, keep my petroleum topped up. Every now and again I might even do a run on jet fuel. Now if you go into the trade, in fact we haven't got any jet fuel, have we? So I can't show you, but if you do a batch of jet fuel, that is going to earn you 19,000, so nearly $20,000 dollars in the way of in-game money. It is just a nice bump in how much you've got in your wallet if you're running a bit low on cash and you have plenty of petroleum to spare. Just be aware with gasoline, if you're making gasoline, it does take 6 out of your energy, so you will need to have quite a lot spare. In fact, we can put our power to sleep because our sheds are full. You notice I've actually got 2 sheds. You'll also notice, and this is a bit of a I don't know if anybody else does this. I'm sure a lot of you guys that play this regularly will probably be wondering why I have 3 silos, why I have 3 storerooms, and why I have 2 warehouses. And the simple thing for that is because when I did this for the first day and then I went to sleep, when I finished on the first day, I believe you saw that I was about 500th place in the league, or in the competition table. When I woke up, I dropped down to 1200th place because obviously I turned my computer off and it wasn't doing anything. So what I did was I bought myself a load of silos, a load of storage, and obviously these things, my warehouses. So basically when I go to sleep, I just leave this, I switch my monitor off and I just leave this running. So then when I wake up, I've got tons of sugar I can just sell straight away, which wangs me straight up the league. I've got dough ready. I've got all these things. I've got fuel, anything that I can sell quickly. And that just moves me back up those places that I've lost by not playing, because basically it has been working through the night. And obviously the more money you have, that means your wages last longer. That means obviously your computer can work for longer, or your town will work for longer before everybody goes to sleep. So as a bit of a quick roundup as to what you need to make sure that your town progresses and builds is, firstly, like I said, pick out what final product you want to make. Go through that guide. That guide will tell you, it will tell you how much the product will give you when you sell it, how many star points it will earn you when you sell it, but it will also tell you the products it requires. So for the baguette, it requires 2 dough, 2 butter, 2 wood. So all that gives you a really good idea, because you can then look through the guide. Okay, well, what do I need to produce dough? What do I need to produce butter? And then from that, you can figure out, like I said, you know, really, if I were to go this route again, salt fields, I need to be on the coastline, as in the ocean, not on a river, because the ocean being salty, it means that your brine builds up a lot faster, and instead of having 20 fields or however many I've got, I could probably get away with only 3. So that means it gives me a lot more space to put other stuff there, like other crops and stuff like that. So and the next thing that you've got to do is your location, which I was just mentioned. So obviously, yeah, figure out your product, then figure out your location. So when you start the competition, you start in the right place. Make sure, if possible, you can be as close to a city, because that means that you'll be using less fuel for your sales. Next thing, you've got to make sure that you're building up your workforce. So you've got plenty of lumberjacks to collect wood. You've got plenty of farmers to collect your crops. You've got storage, all these kind of things. You can also see I actually splashed out on a second trade truck. I don't really use it very often, but now and again, especially when I wake up and all these stores are completely full, for a while I'll be using both of those trucks to ship my products out and build up my star points and my cash as fast as possible. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, and if you are interested in that earlier video that I talked about, it's probably on your screen right now. So get clicking and get watching. If you could smash that like button, really supports my channel, which then helps me bring more content to you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.